Got a spasm. Oh boy. Damn. My back. Shit. Why did this shit happen? Yeah, forget about the shaking, bro. Like it is, it's called spasm, right? It's called spasm. Like I had an accident, so it kind of happens. But right now, let's talk about. So today, let's talk about Etsy. We'll be talking about Etsy. The platform Etsy. We'll be talking about Redbubble. We'll be talking about Society6, and we will be talking about Teepublic, right? So first of all, I have been using Etsy for some time now. I've been using Etsy for like 3 years, I think. I've been using Etsy for 3 years, right? And I can tell you that, Etsy is a great platform. It's a good platform, not great. It's a good platform. And one thing that I've realized is Etsy mostly encourages people to sell physical items, physical goods. Etsy always recommends people because that is what the platform is about. Etsy as a platform encourages people to upload or to upload physical items to people who make trinkets, people who make bracelets, people who make necklaces, people who make chairs, people who make a lot of stuff like physical items. If you're looking for a platform to sell physical items, recommend you to sell it. Recommend you to use Etsy. And also on Etsy, you can upload digital items as well. That is what I've been doing. Like I've been going crazy just uploading digital content, on Etsy. And I can tell you that Etsy, most of the time it encourages people to upload physical or to make physical items. That's what Etsy is about. Etsy, if you really want to make watches, and if you make physical items, Etsy is the best platform to use to sell your products. But you can also upload digital items as well. That's what I've been doing. Like I've been uploading a lot of digital items on Etsy, and it doesn't pay much because, and this is one thing too, you can have a very beautiful product, right? But when it comes to the SEO, it is so important. Like most people's businesses fail because of SEO, because they don't know what the right keywords to use, like relevant tags and stuff like that. So the best platform if you make physical items is Etsy. Even though Etsy got some problems, like the customer support, it is not great. Etsy, the customer support, and sometimes Etsy, you begin to make a lot of money, and then all of a sudden Etsy just suspends your account without you knowing anything. Like without you, Etsy just suspends your account for no reason, and you gotta reach out to ask why did you suspend my account. It has happened to me once. I've learned my lesson. Now let's go to Redbubble. Redbubble is the platform that I use like on a daily basis to upload these stickers and designs and stuff like that. And Redbubble gives you a lot of interesting things. Like if you upload a design, if you have a design and you upload it, Etsy, I'm saying Etsy, Redbubble tend to make, like for example, 72 products with your designs on them. That is just amazing. And I can tell you that I've been making a lot of money on Redbubble. I've been making a lot of money on Redbubble. And I'll tell you this: if you make money on Redbubble, Redbubble is going to take their percentage, and they're gonna leave you with just coins, with just penny. And but I don't blame the platform, because Redbubble takes charge of everything. Like, you make the designs, you design the thing, you upload it to the platform, and then they handle everything. They make mugs, they make calendars, they make books. Redbubble is a great platform. And so, recently there are a lot of things trending on Redbubble. For example, do you know the is it winter skater who is American called Alisa Liu? That she's really trending on Redbubble. Alisa Liu, she's really trending. And so you gotta start making designs and stickers and upload them to Redbubble. I guarantee you a lot of people are going to buy your stickers and products of Alisa Liu. And this is one thing too: if you're a beginner on Redbubble and you upload a design, most of the time, never upload fan art, never upload designs of famous people, because on Redbubble, if you're a beginner, because if you upload them, they're gonna get taken down. And if you want to check my Redbubble, it's called Petrichor Studios, and I got like 500 or something designs on there. And so Redbubble is a great platform. Redbubble is a great platform if you want to sell stickers. It's like a passive income, right? And now let's go to Teepublic. Teepublic. Teepublic is just like Redbubble. Teepublic is just like Redbubble. And I heard that the same company that owns Redbubble owns Teepublic. I've heard that. I don't know if that is true. And I can tell you that if you upload designs on Teepublic, it is just like Redbubble. Like they make a lot of calendars and stuff like that. But one huge difference is the margin. The margin is it is the only difference. It separates Redbubble from Teepublic. Because, for example, on Redbubble, if somebody buys a product that costs like $5, Redbubble is only gonna pay you like maybe $1.30 or $2 like maximum. But if you upload the same design and somebody purchased that design on Teepublic for $5, you own like free, like 30, not 30, like $3, right? You get like $3 as margin. So that is just amazing. So the platform that I'll recommend you to use is Teepublic. Just keep uploading. Hello, Daniel Garcia Carvajal 801. How are you doing? Happy Friday. So yeah, I was talking about Redbubble, and like Redbubble and Teepublic, the only difference or what separates these two is the margin, like the profit. If you upload a design on Redbubble, you're not gonna get a lot of profit. But if you upload that same design on Teepublic, you're gonna make you earn, have more margin, earn more profits. You know what I'm saying? So that is the only thing that separates these two. And now let's go to Society6. Honestly, I haven't been using Society6. I tried Society6 like 3 years ago, and I didn't like the experience. I didn't like, you don't know where somebody's going to buy your designs, like when somebody, you don't know, like on the platform. So that is what it is. And so never use Society6 to upload your designs. Now let's go to, I'm just sharing with you, these passive income streams and stuff like that. So now let's talk about Amazon KDP. I need to put on now let's talk about Amazon KDP. So I've been uploading designs, I've been creating a lot of books on Amazon, KDP. And this is my experience. If you don't take care with Amazon KDP and you start uploading on Amazon KDP, if you start uploading a lot of books that are low content books, most of the time people are not gonna see your books. Nobody's gonna, and so that is the only disadvantage of Amazon KDP. But if you make a book that resonates, that has value, provides value to to people, most of the time you're gonna make money on Amazon KDP. Like I got my account suspended last year, but that was my first time. It was like a warning. Most of the time when they suspend your account, they don't give you the reason why they suspended your account. So you just gotta take care. You gotta be careful with that. But if you are consistent, this one thing I always say: this consistency breeds success. Like I always stick by this. Sometimes you might not like what you're doing, but just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, bro. It is gonna work out. It is gonna work out. So you gotta be, consistent on Amazon KDP, like Amazon KDP. And if people begin to buy your products or your books, you are gonna make a lot of money. So yeah, I'm kind of getting tired. Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired. So first of all I talked about Etsy, and I told you that to summarize it up, Etsy is a great platform, for physical items, but you can sell digital goods as well. That is the benefits of Etsy. And the downside of using Etsy is you don't get when they suspend your account. They can suspend your account for no reason. So that is, you gotta have that in mind. Now let's go to Redbubble, right? Redbubble is a great platform, to sell your designs. It's a great platform. If you upload a T-shirt, they take care of everything. They make socks, they make bags, they make tote bags, they make napkins. On Redbubble, if you upload a design, they handle like 72 designs, right? Like with your design, they can make 72 products. For example, bottles with your stickers on it. That's Redbubble. That is a great platform to use, honestly. But the only downside is the profit margin. Like the margin is very low on Redbubble. So that's why I often recommend people to use Teepublic, because Teepublic is owned by Redbubble. So it's, but you get to have good margin. And I also talked about Society6. Society6, I've never used Society6, and I would never recommend you to use Society6, because if you use Society6, you're not gonna make money on Society6, because it's very weird. Society6 is very weird. And finally I talked about Amazon KDP, that you can upload a lot of designs in Amazon KDP, but you gotta be very careful with copyrights, because the moment your account gets terminated, it is gone forever. So you gotta be careful with that, but you gotta be consistent. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this stream. Yeah, have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful weekend as well. Peace out. Yeah, how do I end the stream?